Hey there, Taurus, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your monthly reading. This is going to be a reading for the month of December, and we're going to take a look at your past, present, and near future energies. Also, Taurus, if this reading resonates and you'd like to book a personal, all the info is in the description box below. And of course, if you enjoy what I do and you want even more free readings, and make sure to subscribe to my email list. I send out free extended readings every Monday, only to my email list subscribers. You cannot get these readings anywhere else. Okay, guys, so bottom of the deck, you get the Three of Swords. The main energy for your reading is the Nine of Swords. There's definitely some emotional pain showing up here for you this month, and it's really stressing you out. Now, the stress is not coming. I don't see that the ending happened right now. Like, this ending has already occurred. So for those of you that are still with your partner and you're like, oh my gosh, are we going to break up? No. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. This is an ending which has already occurred, but the pain for some reason is resurfacing for you, and we'll see exactly why. In the recent past, you get the Knight of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Four of Cups. You're really taking action to take a look at the past between you and your person, the past within yourself. You're trying to figure out why there's so much disappointment there, why there's so much unhappiness there. And I don't even know if it's like necessarily a what happened to us type of energy. It's more so an energy of like, this happened, it caused me a lot of unhappiness, but why did this make me so unhappy? Like, why am I still carrying this? Why am I still holding on to this? In the current situation, you get the Five of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Star. This is interesting because in the recent past, you get Five of Cups, Four of Cups. Current situation, you get Five of Swords, Four of Swords. So there's very much this like energy of not you going backwards, but you healing whatever has already happened. There is a desire to heal here, both on a 5D level and a 3D level. But somebody's burying their head in the sand. Somebody's refusing to take a look at something here, and we'll clarify this in a minute and see what that is. In the near future, you get the Page of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. Whatever it is that you're going through in the current situation seems to completely shift for the better in the near future. There's optimism, there's positivity, there's love, and this love goes both ways. So that's why I said, if you're still with your person, it's not that you guys are going to break up or separate. I don't see that. This is a separation which has already happened. So I want to emphasize that. So let's start off by clarifying the main energy for your reading, which is the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is clarified by the Three of Wands, the Lovers, and the Chariot. You're waiting. You're waiting. You're showing me my main energy this month is I'm waiting for this connection to essentially pick back up again and move in a better direction. Again, I have to emphasize, I don't necessarily even see reconciliation and breakup. It's more so we're going through a rough patch. How do we move past this rough patch? That's basically the main energy that I'm seeing here. So you're waiting in anticipation, right? You're waiting for that point when the universe is like, okay, now the energies are ready to get rolling. Now we can move forward. Now we can progress, because this is a soul connection as far as you're concerned. The only thing that I do see here is a lot of overthinking and possibly even a lot of stress showing up for you about like, why is this taking so long? Like, I had already thought at this point we'd be moving forward, we'd progress. What's the holdup? Do you know what I mean? But you're not waiting in hopes of something happening. You know what's going to happen. You just don't know exactly when it's going to happen. Let's clarify the recent past, clarify the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is clarified by the Page of Wands, which you get in the same row in the near future, the Seven of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. You don't know what to do. You're having a really hard time trying to decide this is the best course of action for me. You're looking at this from the most logical perspective possible. You're really trying to make a calculated decision or make sure that whatever action you do take, it's the one that's most aligned for you, but you're having a hard time on settling on one. You're like, one day you wake up, you're like, okay, I'm going to do this. And then you think about it some more. You're like, maybe I'm going to do this. And then you think about it some more. You're like, you know what? Back to plan A. There's a little bit of this like back and forth energy happening here for you. I don't see it really frustrating you, if I'm being honest. It's just more so like maybe I should do this. No, maybe I should do that. No, maybe this one sounds better, right? It's a lot of indecisiveness showing up for you because you're really trying to make a decision from a clear mind, from a clear perspective. Let's look at the Five of Cups in your recent past. Okay. Five of Cups is clarified by the Page of Cups, the Five of Cups again, and the Temperance. You're really trying to keep your heart open here in the recent past and heal on a deep level something that happened in your past, because you keep showing me the Five of Cups twice. This is letting me know that whatever happened left a pretty bitter taste in your mouth. It wasn't really a positive experience, but you're trying to heal from that by keeping your heart open, by really approaching things not from an emotional perspective, but also not from a completely emotionally detached place, because you don't thrive on being emotionally detached. You're showing me whatever action I take, Knight of Swords, I want to make sure that it's coming from a place of self-love, self-compassion, and not like a place from me being vindictive or angry or hurt. I want to make sure that I'm making a decision which I'm not going to end up regretting down the line, because I'll be like, oh, you took action from a very angry or upset place. Let's look at the Four of Cups in the recent past. Four of Cups is clarified by the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. At least in the recent past, Taurus, you do want to reconcile with this person. You do want to get them back. You do want to start, have a new beginning with them. At least, at the very least, you want to spend time with them. But there's a lot of back and forth. I don't feel like there's a lot of progress being made in the recent past towards that goal. So you're showing me, some of you may be dealing with a Virgo too. You're showing me, I want us to spend time together. I want us to be in each other's company. I want to heal this. I want to reconcile. But you're not really getting much from your person. I don't feel like you're getting resistance or hey, I'm not interested. They're just kind of breadcrumbing you. They're not giving you much. They're not saying yes. They're not saying no. They're not really doing much to make this get together happen. So that's kind of confusing to you, because on the one hand, you're like, well, they're not saying no outright. They're kind of leaving the door open. But on the other hand, their actions are kind of telling me that this is not really their biggest interest at this point. So yeah, it's a little bit of confusion showing up for you in the recent past. Let's take a look at the Five of Swords in the current situation. Five of Swords is clarified by the Magician, the Ten of Wands, and the Fool. You may be lying to yourself a little bit, Taurus, because you're showing me I, more than anything, have been manifesting a new beginning. My person and I wiping the slate clean, starting over, starting from scratch with all the best energies, only positivity, right? Yes, it's been hard. Yes, it's been difficult. Remember, your person's not really giving you too much to work with here in the recent past. There's confusion. There's possibly even a lot of back and forth from this person. But you're showing me I'm going to ignore all that. I'm going to set all that aside. I'm going to pretend like that's not the case. And I'm just going to focus on what I want. Because if I keep focusing on what I want and what I'm manifesting from the universe, then the universe is going to deliver it. Yes, but you also might want to take a look at the other things the universe is showing you. Okay? Inaction is also a form of a message from your person to you. Now, I'm not saying they're not interested. I'm just saying, at least in the current situation, you are burying your head in the sand a little bit and refusing to look at something. It's kind of like, no. I'm just going to focus on what I want. Forget these red flags. Forget this parade in front of me. No, we're just going to focus on the good things, the good energy, what I'm manifesting. Let's take a look at the Four of Swords in the current situation. Four of Swords is clarified by the Moon, the Star, which you get again in the current situation, and the Queen of Wands, which you also get again in the near future. There's silence. There's no communication happening between you and your person right now. And in fact, I even see some emotional detachment, Eight of Cups. Your person, again, I don't feel like they're done, Taurus. I don't see the done energy coming from them. I see I'm not going to give you anything to work with. I'm going to leave you in the dark, and you're going to have to figure out, where I am, what I want, what I'm interested in. Your person is really not giving you much energetically. And I can see how badly you want them, Taurus. You're literally showing me, if I were a genie and I gave you one wish, it would be to have this person, to have them back, to have this connection back in the form that you want it. Because you have an idea in your mind of what you want this connection to look like, what kind of energy you want to get from your person. You know all of this, okay? But it's just silence. It's just radio silence that you're getting from them. And so I can see you really not wanting to give up on them, not wanting to give up on this connection. But I also feel like, at least in the current situation, there's a big part of you that's ignoring everything that you're seeing happening between you and your person here in the 3D world. Also, guys, if this resonates, make sure to subscribe to my email list for even more free bonus readings every single Monday. Link is in the description box below. Let's take a look at the star. The star is clarified by the Knight of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Hermit. Yeah, you really don't know what to do. You know what you want to do. You know what you want to have happen. But in the meantime, all you're getting from your person is just ego, 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 and radio silence. Anytime you try to talk to them, no communication. Sometimes they respond, sometimes they don't. You may even see them on dating apps. They look like they're having the time of their life while you're sitting here trying to figure out, like, where's this connection going? What are we going to do with this? It's a little bit of frustrating energy here, Taurus. Let's take a look at the near future. I'm going to see the Page of Wands. And of course, if this resonates, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps me out with the algorithm. Page of Wands in the near future is clarified by the Judgment, the Page of Swords, and the Two of Swords. There is hope showing up here. You're kind of showing me, okay, maybe we're finally, the world, closing out this difficult cycle between us. We're going to be able to have a new cycle. We're going to be able to revive and resurrect this connection. You're seeing glimpses from your person here in the 3D world of like, okay, maybe that's the direction we're moving in. But it's very, very, very confusing still. Because it's not a clear sign. It's not like your person's like, you know what, Taurus, I'm done with this difficult energy. Let's get back together. Let's revive this. Let's resurrect this. I want you. You want me. Let's work through our problems. No. What you're getting is, oh, in the past, my person didn't respond to my text messages. Okay, in the near future, they're a little bit more responsive. Or, you know, we made plans to meet up like 20 times and they canceled on me. But here they're actually kind of coming back and giving me something. We're meeting up. We're talking. It's not much, which is why it's still confusing to you. You're like, am I just making too much of this? Am I reading into this too much? But it's also not nothing. So there is progress. You guys are moving in a better direction, but it's still not much, if I'm being honest. Let's look at the Queen of Cups in the near future. Queen of Cups is clarified by the King of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. Yep. Bottom of the deck, you get the Tower. You love your person, and they still love you in the near future. You know that. They know that. Okay? The love is not what's at question here. You're showing me, though, the more I think about this, the more I inevitably come to the conclusion that this connection just can't work. I'm the one giving. I'm the one doing. It's just better for me to be on my own. It's better for me to be single. It's better for me to just do my own thing, be my own. Like, as difficult and as much as I don't want to be by myself and be single and be on my own, okay, it's less emotionally taxing. It's less emotionally overwhelming. It's less of me being in an emotional washing machine all the time and up and down if I'm just single. And you know this, like on a logical level, you know this, but energetically, you can also feel like something in this connection just lacks stability. It lacks what I need to have a stable, successful, long-term connection. You're aware of that. You know this. Whether or not you choose to take action is something else. Let's look at the Queen of Wands in the near future. Queen of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the High Priestess. Just and bottom of the deck, you get the Tower again. You come to this realization of being single is better. It's less emotionally taxing, right? Right as you come to this realization, your person reaches out. It's almost like your person can sense that you're detaching or pulling away, and they're like, Taurus, don't leave me. Don't go away. I'm still here, right? They reach out, they communicate with you, they talk to you. They're like, I want this connection. I want to be with you. I see this being, long-term. I see us working this out. They're saying all the beautiful things. And these are amazing things to hear because obviously they make you feel very cared for, very loved, very attractive. You're the one for me. They're saying all the right things. But deep down, Taurus, your intuition, your high priestess is still communicating with you that this connection is not stable. It does not have what you're looking for to be able to sustain it long term. And there's something at the core, at the foundation of this connection, which is just, there's like cracks. There's cracks. And it's like we can only build so far before this will end up collapsing and falling down on us. So let's see what the universe wants you to keep in mind this month, Taurus. Also, if this resonated, this is for December. Make sure to go check out your November extended readings. Those are up on the channel now. Let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind, Taurus. From the universe, you get the King of Swords, the Death, and the Page of Swords. Yep, you know that this connection ended, that it died out because it no longer served you. The universe removed this connection from your energy, from your life, because it was no longer aligned for you and it was no longer serving you. Okay? But you still have your questions. You're like, well, what if this happens? Well, maybe this can change. Well, maybe they'll make a comeback. And yeah, maybe they will. Maybe they will change. But maybe they won't. Right? And I feel like you're kind of coming to that realization in the near future where it's like, this is just too much work. It's not as emotionally taxing and confusing and draining for me when I'm on my own. Like, I don't want to give up on them, but also it's just easier to be by myself. But we'll see. We'll see where you take this. So Taurus, if this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you here on the next one.